I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon, and we will grow. And I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Aries Ascendant. For Aries Ascendant, if you observe, Venus will move in your third house. This is going to give you great creative insights in life. Third house is about being with friends. Third house is about your expression. Third house is about your creativity, your talent. And Venus moving there will improve your talent. You would want to explore different hobbies and you want to explore different side of life. And this is a very good time for you, especially when Ascendant Lord is in Ascendant and Venus, Mercury and Sun will be in the third house. Now, in my next video, I will be uploading the Sun and Mercury transit in the sign of Gemini, a combined transit, but I choose to separate out the Venus just because Venus will have a very silent impact on you. You know why? Because Venus rules your second and seventh house. Therefore, this is going to create a very different kind of circumstance. Maybe you will see somebody getting successful. You will see a good opportunity. You will see you will get motivation from somewhere else, and you would want to be like that. But definitely there will be a room to learn, but also there will be responsibilities upon you. The relationship with your siblings will improve. The relationship with yourself will improve, and travel is going to be on the cards. So stay safe, travel, enjoy, but keep your expenses in limits. Taurus. For Taurus natives, you are ruled by Venus, your sixth house is ruled by Venus, and this Shukra goes in the second house. It's a great time to cancel your debts. This will help you recover the lost money, or at least the promise will happen. This is the time when you will focus more on the resources. You will focus more on different ideas of life. You will focus on what is right and what is wrong. This is going to make you feel more comfortable about the family values. Although you would want to express it in a different manner, but maybe you will settle down for now. Venus in the second house also shows that your expenses will be less than your income. You will be able to save more, and or rather to be said that you will be forced to save more money. Jupiter is now in the first house, which is going to expand your identity. Sun, Mercury will also soon move to the second house, and therefore a lone Jupiter in the first house in the sign of Venus, and Venus being in the sign of Mercury, shows that your different sources of income will come and money will come from different pockets. So this is one area which can be very beneficial for people involved in business, manufacturing, and say packaging, people involved in film industry, people involved in creative industry, people who work in the field of finances, interior designing, or any such Venusian field. You should chant Shri Suktam, and you should pray to Ma Mahalakshmi that may Ma Mahalakshmi give us so much that all the debts gets cleared. Gemini. In case of Gemini, Venus is moving in your first house, but Venus rules your fifth house. Fifth Lord coming in the first house is a big Raj Yoga. This is a great opportunity to learn, to explore your identity, to figure out what you really want in life. Just one thing, don't become immature. This can create some trouble in romantic relationships because Sun and Mercury will also join the Gemini. Sun, Mercury, Venus conjunction in the first house, and then Venus moving to Ardra Nakshatra while it is in Gemini shows that you will have to be very, very watchful of how you behave with your loved ones. You should keep the ego away. You should be always helpful in nature, and you should also be very polite. If you be in the rhythm and you don't indulge into alcohol or ego-based activity, such as if you are going into the gym and you do ego lifting, very bad for you. This is the time when you will focus on your own self, your own personality. Your personality will grow and your aura will become very positive. Take healing if possible, and this is the time when you should feel happy, you will rejoice your own existence. It's a very beautiful transit for you. It is there to make you overall, uplift you from bad, you can say negative time to the positive time. So it's an Asato Ma Sadgamaya transit for you. Cancer zodiac sign. For Cancer, if you observe, Venus rules your 11th house and Venus rules your 4th house. So Venus is a Yogakaraka planet, right? It rules your happiness, it rules your source of income. And this Venus goes in the 12th house. Now 12th house, a lot of people might say that it's a bad house. It may induce expenses, it may induce unnecessary travel. But remember, Venus gets exalt in the 12th house, in the house of Pisces. Therefore, Venus going into Gemini in the 12th house shows that you will travel to far off places. So if you're interested in traveling, if you're interested in exploring, if you are a photographer, videographer, this is a great opportunity for you. Your creative things will go abroad. It will cross the boundaries and you will become more successful during this time. But on the contrary, you should donate something. You should control your expenses, otherwise your expenses will go out of control. Praying to Ma Mahalakshmi is going to be a very good remedy at this point. Because when Venus goes in the 12th house and it is in a good shape, it aspects the 6th house, it wants to cancel your loan. So, it is good to cancel your debts, repay your debts. But if you are taking debt to buy something that is costly, that's a very bad thing. That is what you should avoid when Venus is in the 12th house. Health will improve, but don't be too indulgent, because when this Venus is an afflicted, or if your Venus is afflicted in your birth chart, this may create alcohol addiction. So stay safe and don't drink, and focus only on prayer to Mata Mahalakshmi. Leo zodiac sign. In case of Leo ascendant, Venus will move in your 11th house, and Venus rules your 10th house, Venus rules your 3rd house. So Venus rules your action, your willpower, also your career, your status. Everything is ruled by Venus. It goes in the 11th house, shows that you will meet high profile people, you will resolve your issues with your siblings, especially your elder sister. This is going to be the time where new source of income will come in your life, and Venus in the 11th house is responsible to fulfill your wishes and desires. So it's a desire fulfilling transit. But because your ascendant lord is in the 11th house and there is Mercury being placed there, in one side it looks very good, but when it can be bad if you are overperforming. If you try to do things in excess, just because things are right does not mean you will put in a lot of high quantity. So you want to drink tea, you will put 1 teaspoon of sugar, not a half of jar of sugar, just because sugar is sweet. So too much of anything, excess of anything will be bad during this time. Don't indulge into alcoholism. And when you're meeting with friends, you're partying, you're having a good time, also spare 30 minutes every day to remember the Divine Mother, to remember the Divine Goddess. It's an overall very positive time, and you will also have a good time with your children. You will hear something positive from the children's perspective. If you're having any stomach related problems, the sensitivity of food will also be cured, and you might do some yoga, you might get involved into some holistic practices, which is good for you. Virgo. Now if you're a Virgo ascendant, Venus will move in your 10th house. Soon Sun and Mercury will join. And for you, Venus rules your Dhanabhav, 2nd house, and Venus rules your 9th house. So 9th and 2nd lord, two very important houses for you. It goes in the 10th house, so your reputation will improve. People will love your personality. You will be able to solve the problems in a much easier manner, and you will be in a much beautiful place in your career. So if you're looking to find the right job, this is the time. If you're looking to settle down, this is the time. And if you're looking for promotion, that might be on the cards if that's the company's policy. Venus going in the 10th house might also make you feel the need of decorating your house, or renovating it, changing or buying the house, or even doing something for your vehicle. All that is good if your expenses are under control, because your 12th lord will be in the 10th house. Therefore, there is a chance that you might travel abroad. You might get a job outside your home location, and that will give you a lot of growth and in fact an opportunity to explore a higher designation than what you have expected. So Venus being in Gemini in the 10th house is more like exploration, more like changing your fundamentals and trying new things, but also keeping things simple. If you complicate, then there will be problem. So keep things simple, keep things straightforward, and you will see the beautiful side of Shukra. Chanting Shukra mantra, Shukra Vedic mantra is going to be a very helpful remedy when Venus is in the 10th house. Libra. Now in case of Libra ascendant, if you observe that Venus falls in your 9th house, a 9th house Venus is going to be very auspicious. This is the time when your creativity will reach all-time high. You will feel more productive. Your career growth will take a new turn. Your ascendant lord is in 9th house, so this shows that you will be able to defend yourself in matters where you need to. This is also the time where you will bring the joy in your life through travel, and this is the time when you get the right guidance on the material side of life, not the spiritual one, but material side. Now, if you do a Durga Saptashati Path, if you pray to Ma Bhagavati by chanting Devi Suktam, if you do a Shri Sukt Path, then Venus and the 9th house combination can bring you good luck. Bring Sun and Mercury there. This means that 11th Lord comes in the 9th house. So therefore, this is a wish-fulfilling transit. It's a transit that will work on your communication skills. It's a transit where if you are a speaker, if you're a teacher, if you're a mentor, if you're a guide, if you're a healer, you can go places. Now, when Ascendant Lord goes in the 9th house, you should visit some temples that are near to your house every day. And on Friday, you should do some fasting and you should distribute food to the needy. It's an auspicious transit. It's a transit that will relieve you from unnecessary load of life, and for the time being it will give you an opportunity to enjoy the fruits of your good karma. Make the best use of it. Scorpio. Now if you are a Scorpio ascendant, then Venus transit will happen in your 8th house. Now Ashtama Shukra can be a little concerning, but this is more like soul searching. This is more like finding what makes you happy. This is more like knowing that a certain investment will give you a return in the future. So if you are looking for an immediate result, there can be a little bit of confusion, there can be a little bit of problem. But if you are looking for something that is in the long term, then you will see that Venus transit in the sign of Gemini will give you very positive results. Now, when Venus rules your 12th house and it goes into the 8th house, this is Vipareet Raj Yoga. So definitely through certain expenses, seemingly it is a bad expense, you will be able to save yourself a lot. Say for example, it is also like buying a new machinery for your factory. Right now it may be a operating cost, but later on this will give you good results and you will be able to recover that money. So it's a time of investment. So if you're looking for investment, if you're looking to work with your in-laws, if you're looking to work with your spouse for some business, or you want to explore some career opportunity, it's a very good time. And for people who are involved into healing, Vastu, interior designing, or if you are into event planning, if you are into marriage related stuff like marriage planning or marriage counseling, you will feel more secured and you will be able to give a very good advice to people. Venus aspect on 2nd house ensures that you get good return of the investment, but in the future. So for now, it's more about karma. The phal will come later. Sagittarius. Now for Sagittarius, if you observe, Venus rules your 6th and 11th house. And this Venus goes in Gemini, which is your 7th house. So definitely this is going to be some running around with your spouse for some good things, for some auspicious things. This also means that the changes in the life of your life partner impacts your life in a great way. From the perspective of business, your business will have new dimensions. It will open up new horizons in your life, and your business will grow. Because your 5th lord is in the 5th house, Mars, and because your 9th lord is in the 7th house, chances of marriage, establishing positive and cordial relationship with people around you is very high. So if you want to mend a relation, if you want to bring someone back, and if you want to apologize for your mistake, this is the right time. Venus, Mercury and Sun in the 7th house shows that you will get positive guidance. People with positive aura will surround you and you will be able to be in a very safe and secure space. So for you, the Upchai Lord Venus Shukradev is bringing blessings from the house of business and from the house of partnerships. People dealing with export and import, people dealing with contracts, litigations, will see some positive things happening your way. Now, one more thing. Venus in the 7th house may also increase the desire. It may also increase lust. So for that, doing brahmacharya, fasting on Fridays and not eating tamasic food is the best possible remedy. Chanting Vishnu Sahasranam is also something that you can do. Capricorn. For Capricorn ascendant natives, Venus will be in the 6th house. Venus in Gemini in the 6th house shows that there can be some running around for your job, and there can be a situation where you are struggling to convince your life partner. You are struggling to cooperate in matters related to relationship. Maybe there are some ego matters that are getting involved. The main reason is that 8th Lord is with 5th Lord in the 6th house. This is also not a good time to invest. This is a time where you are doing some service, giving seva to the poor, especially to someone who needs education. Also, Venus in the 6th house shows your love for animals, your love for nature, your love for trees. So enjoy those things. Be close to nature. Live a less artificial life when you are having this kind of conjunction. It's a very good time to secure a new job. But yes, you may have to, do a little bit of extra work. You will have to float your resume at multiple places and you will get the relief. This is a transit where healing will come. So Venus in the 6th house is very good for healing. So take healing, try to recover from any mental trauma. And if you need some physical recovery and want to take a break, or you want to just pull yourself back and take a setback, but relax and recover and then move forward, this is the time. Remember, Mars is in a very positive position. Mars is in the 4th house. And because Mars is in the 4th house, it kind of controls 4th, 7th and 10th house. And Mars being in a good position supports you. Your ascendant is of the one where Mars gets exalted. Just that the 10th Lord Venus is in the 6th house, and 6th house Venus can create a little bit of disagreements and little bit of dissatisfaction. It can be easily countered by engaging your time in positive activities like service, helping the needy, and maybe joining an NGO. Aquarius. Now for Aquarius ascendant, Venus is again a very important planet. It rules your 9th house. It rules your 4th house. It rules your happiness. It rules your dharma. And this Venus goes in the 5th house, and this is a time to learn. You will learn a lot of things if you want to do certifications, if you want to learn a musical instrument, if you want to learn a new language, if you want to be more creative, this is the time. A 5th house Venus is also something that can make you a great chef. So if you want to try your luck in that area, go ahead. Now Venus aspects the 11th house, therefore this brings money. This brings good salary. This brings bonuses. This may not be the time of the year where you will get bonus, but with your hard work, you ensure that sometime in the future, you are considered for that. Now, when Venus comes in the 5th house, it is a very good time for your love life, your romantic life. But because Sun is making this Venus go combust, your actions, which are overpowering, dominating, authoritative, can destroy your love and relationship angle of your life. So be very careful. Don't be very dominating. Be very cordial, and you will see that you will be in a very safe space. Because of Mercury, you need to vent your heart out. You need to speak to people. Don't keep things within yourself. So if you find someone where you can communicate, astrologer, healer, friend, family, anybody, do that, because that will release the tension from your mind. Saturn is on the 1st house, and remember, Rahu is in the 2nd, Mars is in the 3rd. So from the 1st house, there are 3 strong male planets, and that creates a lot of masculine energy. And Sun being in the 5th with Venus, you need to pray to Ma Mahalakshmi and Bhagwan Narayan. You can chant Vishnu Sahasranam and Lakshmi Sahasranam. Pisces. Now, in case of Pisces ascendant, you have to observe that Venus is in the 4th house. It's a house of happiness, peace. So, this creates a very childlike emotions within your heart. You will miss your mother if your mother is not with you right now. And you have to see that every being has an element of Ma Bhagavati in it. Venus being in the 4th house will also try to, play around a bit. So you should also play, engage in physical activities, sports activities. Try to see if you can enjoy the circumstance that you are in. The problem with Pisces is, although Pisces is the zodiac sign where Venus gets exalted, Venus rules your 8th house. Venus also rules 8th from 8th, which is the 3rd house. Therefore, it rules all the transformation that is happening in your life. And when that planet comes in the 4th house, you would want to change something that brings peace and happiness. If you want to sell off a property, this is the time. If you want to unmerge, detach from something, this is the time. It's the time to focus on your own self, your own hobbies, your own looks, your own career. It's not being selfish. It's not being self-centered, but it's to give self-praise and understand your own worthiness. Aham Brahmasmi is the affirmation for you. You can also pray to Mata Mahalakshmi by chanting Lakshmi Sahasranam.